Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again, and today I have for you the first edition of December Locks. This is the ho 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 spirit coming out in me here. I have not quite the largest selection here, but it is quite spectacular, really. A few of these locks I've been on the hunt for a long time, and they made their way to me. Well, I guess not all this week, but they've collectively accumulated till this week. Without any further ado, let's pan on down and see what we have. First off here is, I had this one, which was a Medico. It was fully pinned with M3 cores. And I had these two singles, or half Euros, that were had these cores in them, and I swapped them because I'd rather have two singles that worked than two that didn't and one that didn't. So I need to see if I can find keys for these. I don't know if I'll ever be able to or not. Nothing I have fits it, and I couldn't tell you by the look of it. But nonetheless, that gives me two working M3s, which is really awesome. And then here is the obvious Eva, however you like to pronounce it, the 3KS. And this is a 3KS Euro cylinder in a padlock. When I saw this, I jumped out my own shorts. It is one of the most amazing padlocks I have, simply because of that awesome core. Then here I have a French lock. I really got into these French locks with the fichet. This is called the Brocard, and this cylinder is a lot like the fichet, except it's a lot smaller. I can't remember I think it's a 430 or 450 fichet. Anyway, this is the Brocard, and it is a really weird looking key here. You can tell it has double bitting on this side and double bitting on this side. So it is a 4-bitted wafer. Works beautifully. Awesome little lock. And then I have its big brother here, which is a dimple core Brocard. Turn it the right way for y'all. It's Brocard, and it has quite a spectacular looking little key here. It has side bitting on it and all. Also works beautifully. Sorry about that. Dadgum camera overheated for some reason. Let's see if this works now. This is a very special lock because it is a Medico lock body with an Australian bilock core. And these are quite hard to come by here in the States. Even down in Australia, they're quite expensive. And I happened to come across this one. Just got a tiny little scratch there. Other than that, it is brand spanking with a bilock core. Awesome find. Then this here on the end is a simple CISA. Just happened to get it because I wanted to pick on it and maybe see about, snapping it and making challenge locks out of it. I don't know. Might not. Might do one side. Never know. Then here, going along with the bilock, is a very special Australian lock. It is the V7, and it has the Master Locksmith core. Look at the bitting on that core. My torch. There we go. That warding is what I meant. It's just amazing. See if we can zoom into it and do a little bit better. And Isn't that nuts? Crazy. And of course I have the key. Bitting on it isn't all that special. Works beautifully. The bitting on the key is pretty janked, really. All the same except for the last one's a little bit higher. If you can get a rake into it, you could probably just simply rake it open. And then here is a barrel lock, but it is a quite special barrel lock. This is an IRS Eagle limited number barrel lock with the slider base and key. It works beautifully too. These are not, they're kind of rare, but more so than rare, they are expensive. And you can find them here and there without the IRS stamped in them, but like I said, super expensive. And then if any of you guys really know me, y'all know I collect cam locks, especially any high security ones. And this is just a handful that I got throughout last month and this month. It's from my son's birthday mid-month through this month, so about 1 month's time frame. But this is a Supra tubular, a very weird looking tubular lock. Also much harder to pick than a standard tubular. You just can't impression them. And of course then you know that key. This is an Abloy Protec in a vending machine lock. Talk about a vending lock there, huh? This one here is a Miwa, M-I-W-A magnetic lock. And as you can see, there's not much to it, but if you can look real closely, you'll see the indentions here, here, and here. Those are little tiny magnets. And then that is a drop point for a cylinder, almost like a Murphy ball to drop down into to allow it to work. And then you can hear it release when the magnet comes out. You hear the ting ting? I hope you can. Anyway, those are super cool. And the last three down here are Medcos. This is one, I got a few of these and I didn't have keys for them all. So I wound up buying a pinning kit for it, and I keyed them all up to the same key. So they all work now, but I still only have I need to get more keys and pin them up to those keys. So anybody knows where I can get some pre-cuts? Hey, turn me on. That is an awesome Duracam. This is a really cool 4-pin, get the focus on, a 4-pin Medco with a deep bittings on it too. Awesome little keyway, little 4-pin Medco. This is an old telephone lock. This is the bottom lock from it, out of the casing. And this is another telephone lock. I just saw Potty 314 pick his, and I tell you one thing, I tried to pick this one, and I don't know if it's the bitting on it that did it to me or what, but it looks like my first one has a single straight cut and then a left angle and a left angle. 3-pin Medco, and I sure have to rotate those pins. I don't know. For me, every time I picked it, I get it up there and I have to wiggle them to get them to set in the you know, the sidebar, dadgum. Get that sidebar prong to set into those holes. Now the special thing about this one is that it is, yes, it's a 4-pin Medco with in a cam, a larger barrel cam. The coolest part is that it is a full action. It has 4 top drivers as well that push down with tiny little springs. So it's got that and regular key pins in it that rotate for the sidebar. Not the 65 series, kind of like the ones that are in this one, where it has a little hole in it, and the sidebar has little hole rods that stick off of it that puncture into the hole, and it has to be lifted and rotated, but it doesn't counteract with the top driver. this one does, and I found that really, really special. So I had to have it. But those are some of the ones that come across me in the past month or so. I will do an upcoming video of all of my cam lock collection. It's about 4 times this amount. And I'm going to individually showcase certain points of my collection so that I can show everybody. I'd like to show everybody some of what I've been collecting. Except I'm a bit stuck. I can't do it all in one video, so I have to do it all broken down. And most of the locks you see that have come in on my monthly lock porns, they are in my collection. If I have more than one, then yeah, I'll typically trade a couple off to better my collection. But I do it for my own hoarding, I guess. You know the old saying, let's all step up and admit what we do. So I'm going to sign off with that. Y'all please stay safe and always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, until we meet again, peace.